Disney stars speak on how Disney destroyed their childhood. Hello everyone! We are happy to see you back on our channel, HereLuxLife. Appearances can be deceiving when it comes to plans. Today, we offer you a list of people whose life has been ruined by Disney. Keep checking back for more information. If you don't want to miss any updates from us, please subscribe to our channel and turn on our bell before we begin. Let's get started. Number 13. Jake T. Austin. Jake T. Austin is most known for his works by Max Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place. He has been nominated for the Young Artist Award 5 times. He switched to Noah Centineo in Season 3 after becoming a gambler with Jesus Foster in The Fosters on the show, which lasted until January 2012. He performed with Selena Gomez. The next year, he was arrested for drunk driving after failing to switch on his headlights while driving and was stopped by the police. It hit 3 parked automobiles a month later, inflicting extensive damage. Witnesses said they saw him toss a bottle of vodka out the window before fleeing the area in an Uber. Number 12. Fame is not interesting for Shia Labeouf. Everything began to rocket upward for Shia Labeouf in 2005. Louis Stevens was his previous name, and he was a hilarious oddball from the Disney Channel and even Stevens collection. Shia's conduct got increasingly strange and troubling a few years after her collection stopped. Even though this guy has directly boarded certain prominent parts, we should expect him to be an unstable decision at this time. Number 11. Is Lindsay Lohan coming back late? Lohan had a fatal accident. She practically resurfaced in the 1990s and early 2000s as a licensed Disney princess. Even if it is not done through Disney media, she has starred in films such as Parent Trap, Weird Friday, and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. At this point, we're curious as to how tough it will be for Lindsay Lohan to make the return she so desperately desires. Lindsay fled abroad after a string of major criminal issues and a reputation as an untrustworthy actress in Hollywood. She is occasionally seen using stimulants since she refuses to modify her image. Number 10. Adam Hicks. Hicks starred as Luther Waffles in the Disney XD sitcom Luther Waffles from 2009 through 2012. Zeke and Luther, says the narrator. The story follows Luther and his first buddy Zeke as they pursue their dreams of becoming world-class skaters. Before the program ended, Hicks starred in the Disney Channel film Win Gifford. Lemonade Spout is a phrase that means lemonade spout. Hicks' lifestyle fell apart after he starred in the .33 seasons of Twin Kings. Adam Hicks was Luther in the Disney Zeke and Luther series throughout the day. Hicks' predicament, on the other hand, is just temporary. He was arrested in 2018 on accusations of armed robbery. Even though we are ready to see what occurs, Hicks declared in July 2019 that he is no longer liable for expenditures. Number 9. Bella Thorne. In the 2010 Disney comedy Shake It Up, Thorne made a name for herself by betting on Cece Jones alongside Zendaya. Although Zendaya has an excellent relationship with Disney because of Marvel, Thorne has been going in the opposite direction for a long time. Thorne snapped a dreadful snapshot of a woman, which sparked outrage. They said that her Famous in Love group, Freeform, deemed her uncontrollable and wild. They were accused of making racist comments and imitating glossy brands. It has willingly uploaded nude photographs online to combat cyber attempts, which some people find offensive, especially given its use. Number 8. Orlando Brown. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Brown was a popular child actor, appearing in Disney's Family Matters, Max Keeble's Big Moves, and That Is So Raven, in which he portrayed Eddie Thomas. He also appeared in the animated Disney series Proud Family and Fillmore as a voice actor. Brown, however, found himself in a terrible predicament. You've been concerned about some serious offenses such as charges for domestic violence and drug possession. He also destroyed his friend's restaurant in Las Vegas, claimed that Nick Cannon had dressed up as a woman for his performance, and stated in Doctor that he was Michael Jackson's kid. Britney would not be where she is now if she didn't have this exposure. It isn't easy to become a popular star in today's world. Britney's mental condition, on the other hand, may be greater than it has been in the previous 10 years, despite her lack of a complete reputation. Number 7. Lalane. After Lizzie McGuire, Lalane Vergara went through a tough patch. Many fans are baffled as to what happened to Miranda Sanchez, Lizzie McGuire's best friend. Lalane Vergara, who portrayed Sanchez, was jailed for possession of methamphetamine a few years after the collection finished. He afterward failed to show up for a hearing on the judicial file owing to the arrest warrant. Despite this, Lalane completed the treatment request and was able to have the expense removed from her record. She appears to have a bright future ahead of her. It won't be until it isn't. Lalane was arrested in July 2007 for possession of methamphetamine and was suspected of owning a jail. She made a responsible compromise and entered into a plea deal, indicating that her expenditures would be waived provided she completed rehabilitation. Even though she finished a time of service at a Long Beach facility and escaped prosecution, her career, every song and every television appearance virtually came to a stop. Number 6. Misha Barton is working to turn things around. Misha may not have received much praise for her performance in Disney Channel's unusual film Endless Light, but she's still a Disney celebrity. Misha's private problems have resulted in a lot of click input. Misha's spiral began when the popular series The OC was cancelled. Even though he had been absent for some time, he just saw that his demeanor had returned to the tiny screen. This should happen to any young guy. However, Kelly Berglund was detained for attempting to sneak into the Coachella Music Festival gives this case a more Hollywood feel than a simple effort to purchase 6 in a suit. Berglund was caught using a false ID at a well-known music event in 2016. Number 5. Michel Musso. At Disney, Musso became one of the biggest stars of his time. He went on to star in Hannah Montana, Philadelphia and Ferb, and A Pair of Kings after learning more about the Disney Channel film Life is Rough in 2005. Everything came crashing down in October 2011 when Musso was arrested and charged with drunk driving. This occurrence has sparked a lot of debate. Musso was sacked from Twin Kings right after, and his prank show Prank Stars was also terminated. However, he insisted on dubbing Jeremy Johnson in Phineas and Ferb and was featured in several episodes of Milo Murphy's Law. Musso's career has been harmed, yet it is not finished. Number 4. Debbie Ryan was arrested for drunk driving. Debbie Ryan was arrested for drunk driving as early as 2016. She pleaded not guilty to the careless driving counts and received a 3-year probationary sentence. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the event, but Ryan nonetheless apologized publicly for his sloppy actions. She also agreed to fill out the DUI paperwork. Number 3. Stoney Westmoreland. Even though it was often performed in 1996, Westmoreland did not become a Disney Channel film until 2017. He began betting on Andy Mack in April 2017 and continued until July 29. Because he had been jailed and expelled, Westmoreland was unable to compete in the final. Westmoreland was arrested in December 2018 after using Grindr to have sex with a 13-year-old boy. In addition, he sent the child a specific photo and boldly claimed that he found out he was just 13 years old using a dating app. On the other hand, the youngest kid became an undercover cop, and Westmoreland was charged with 6 felonies, including attempting to exploit children. Number 2. Joe Jonas fights drug abuse before Sophie Turner arrives. Joe Jonas published an inspirational piece about his life as a Disney celebrity a few years ago. All of the questions that arose as a result of it. Joe highlighted in this piece how much pressure he and his siblings face when they want to stay as long as the Disney brand requires. After the band's original disbandment, he cited drug usage, abandoning virginity, and gloomy moments. Number 1. Brian Bonsal's legal problems continue to pile up. Brian Bonsal, the renowned small child, seems unable to get out of trouble in the past. Bonsal was sentenced to a 2-year suspended sentence after being detained on suspicion of repeatedly hitting his buddy with a wooden bench, though he was unable to satisfy his parole requirements for a second arrest. Have you been following Disney's artist struggles recently? Do you think they're worth the effort? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Tune in and don't forget to like and subscribe until then.